Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Aries the Emperor here, back with another general reading for the Aries Collective. 8:48 on the clock as we get started. If you are new here, welcome. This is an all Aries channel. For all Aries placements, cross watchers are welcome as well, but please take in mind that this reading may or may not resonate with everyone. So just simply take what does, leave what does not. Place the gender roles where they need to be for you. This is energy, and energy is all fluid, okay? So we're going to jump right on in. We are going to do a reading today, basically just to see what comes out, what's being said about you, how people feel about you, whether this is people from the past or going forward here. Let's see what comes out, okay? Thank you guys to everyone who has liked and subscribed to the channel thus far. Thank you for all of your donations. And to those who book readings, I have sent out readings. If you'd like to connect with me, I'll leave all my info in the description box below, as well as my info to shop the candle shop. Thank you guys so very much for all of your support and love. All right, Spirit, let's get some messages. We are dealing with Moon and Scorpio at this time. Scorpio rules over the rectum, the pubic bone, just the genital organs in general, okay, is Scorpio. So at this time, Venus will be retrograding in July. So I will say for those who are entering into relationships, some of you may be, and some of you may be getting out of them. So just be aware of that. And be conscious, move with discernment when you are jumping into situations. In fact, don't jump into any situations. Take your time, and I mean it. If you feel like you're taking your time, I need you to step back a little bit more and take a little bit more time, okay, before you take a step forward. I'm very serious about this. So yeah, let's jump into it. Not to mention, Scorpio is an energy of it's delving deep, it's transformation. So anything shallow is gonna float right to the surface at this time. Like this isn't a time for fake connections, situationships. It's not. You may be yearning for something deeper at this time than that. All right, we have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy, and like I mentioned, this is your morals, your value code here. And it may be someone or people out there that already respect you for this. You're not someone who is impulsive. You are someone who has learned from experiences, and people see that you are making a positive change, versus going around the merry-go-round here and repeating toxic cycles here. I feel like that type of attention is noticed about you, that you are elevating in some way, shape, or form here, or maturing. And it's a good look. It's definitely a good look for you here. You're being admired, all right? And people want to hear what you have to say at this point in your life here. Is the level of respect I feel like that it is out there for you, collective, okay? Two of Wands, Aries energy came out right after that. This is you. This is you, the teacher. The Two of Wands is someone who's a risk taker, someone who is going out there to experience the world in whatever way, shape, or form that is. Someone that's going out there to connect with others in whatever way, shape, or form that is for you in your life here. But it's definitely making its waves or making its rounds here, that you may be of expertise in some area. Or you just may be the go-to. You are open book, and you're not afraid to be vulnerable. And open up, because they'll say with Aries that we don't like to open up, we don't like to be vulnerable, and I'm not even going to lie, sometimes I don't, and that's something that I have to work on as well here, so I feel like that's what's being said about you as well. You're not a know-it-all, and you're someone who's still very teachable, even though you are very knowledgeable. Yeah, Three of Swords. Like, you've been through betrayal, you've been through heartbreak, mishaps, loss, just grief, and you've bounced back from it here. Empress energy is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck here. Maybe it was a setback for you at once upon a time here, but when you're meant to be somewhere, you're going to get there. And I feel like that's what your spirit guides are speaking through you, and I feel like people are noticing that about you here. regardless of how long it takes, because Taurus is an energy of slow and steady. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that's going to rush. It's going to take its time here. And I feel like, this is Empress energy. This is Taurus, Libra energy here. So Aries, the opposite of you is Libra. So I feel like you're really pulling in on that energy as well here. You turned your pain into power and beauty out there in the world through nature, through connecting to spirit, like I mentioned, and just connecting to all, not being biased as well here. And I feel like people are noticing that about you as well. You're someone who's very diverse here. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. And this is the card of diversity. Like foreign travel, out of town, out of the country. Thank you, Spirit, for confirming that. Thank you. So, someone who is very well-mannered, I feel like, when it comes to, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not just like very well-mannered. Just feels like very educated, I feel like, on different topics or things that might be happening in the world here. You're somebody that comes across as, just, a little bit about everything here, and you learn things, like you soak things up like a sponge, especially if it's something intriguing to you here. You take that with you. And I feel like people notice that about you. They admire you because you do have a level of respect for, like I mentioned, everybody you come into contact with, or you have a small level of interest in them. And I feel like in that makes them feel a type of way that they never forget it here. And when you leave from them, and it's a very warming feeling. I feel like it's a feeling of like your happy place when you sit down and you think about a great memory or somebody that just made you feel a certain way that others don't make you feel here. And it's just that person will sit there, or whatever they've learned from you will sit there with that person. I really feel like that's how you come across, because that's what the temperance energy is. It's moderation, but at the same time, it's like earth angel energy. It's very ethereal here. It's very calming. It's also a fire sign as well here. So I feel like you have an equal balance of both here. And people love that about you, whether it's being said to you or not, all right? Guess what popped out, y'all? The sun. Leo energy. Thank you, Spirit. Did I not? You are, you're bigger than this world. Just someone who is very bright. And like I mentioned here, you make people feel great. People love the sun, right? Judgment. All right, this is Libra energy. The Four of Cups is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. I feel like people would say you have waken them up to certain things in their life here, whether you know this or not. There may be things that people were sleeping on. Or hell, they could have been sleeping on you, and you just kind of popped out of nowhere all of a sudden, it seems like, but not all of a sudden. I feel like you've been putting in work, like I mentioned in the beginning of the reading, to better yourself and to vibrate at your highest, okay? But it's a thing where people noticing you here is waking them up in their lives and helping them get more structured and realigned and wanting to find and connect with their purpose here. And not just that, but move differently, change their motion a little bit in their habits and how they deal with people in their everyday relationships here, I feel. I feel like there are those that feel very fortunate to have you in their world. And like I mentioned, it's that feeling that nobody else gives, the sun. Wow. And this is your sister sign, Leo. And like I mentioned, Venus will be retrograding in Leo season coming up here. So, that could mean anything, you guys. Just like I mentioned here, judgment is being aware as well here, whether someone really brightens your world up or not here. Judgment is here for a reason, for you to stay woke. Keep your third eye chakra open. Four of Pentacles here is what you don't, oh no, no, no. The Five of Pentacles is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck here. And we have the Four of Pentacles that came out in the spread. So I feel like those would say that you are someone who is control of what you have going on in your life. They may feel like you can come off a bit selfish because maybe you don't share everything you have going on, or you're not someone who is going to let others dictate what you have going on. And there's a lot of energies out there that would like to control or manipulate you in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like there's a level of upset from these energies that they're not able to come in and manipulate and control. Capricorn rules over public image, and I feel like you're someone who is in total control over how others see you, how you show up to the world, how you express yourself, and it's in a very natural, transparent type of way, like I mentioned in the beginning of the reading here. So it's just an energy of those not being able to, I guess, kind of slander you or kind of cower you or manipulate you as they would do, or be able to get away with other people, you know. Page of Cups, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a card of truth, a breakthrough here of some sort, mental. This is clarity. Like I mentioned here, the Page of Cups is a very immature energy. This is someone who I feel like this is someone who feels a way about you. I'm trying to see how to say this. It's like someone who's definitely not as emotionally mature as you are. You know, they're not able to manipulate the situation, or like I mentioned, manipulate you here with their small-minded offers, or their tactics. Ace of Swords, like you're someone who sees right through that. Mental games, mind games. But you have these sneaky people around you here. Capricorn is devil energy. And the Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy here. You know, people see you as free-spirited and not afraid to go after something, even if others are not doing it. You know, you are still willing to go down that path, Aries. And I feel like most people are followers, and it takes just this little piece of something, a little offer for somebody to sell their soul. And with you, you know, you're not even looking in the person's direction to even see what they have, because you're so busy focusing on what God is putting forth in front of your face. All right, the Ace of Swords, does this not look more appetizing than this? All right, you want to be bound to this, or do you want to reach for this? Is what this is saying here. And you're definitely reaching for something higher for yourself here, Queen of Swords. And you'll put anybody in their place to continue to elevate and to continue to get there, you know. And people are starting to realize that they're not as important as they thought they were. You know, you're not as silly as they thought you were, or naive. You're not a pushover, because the Queen of Swords is definitely, she gonna check you at the door. It's like you are a great force just sweeping through. No questions asked, no permission, just sweeping through with this just sweeping through with the divine. Ace of Wands. Aries energy. Is this not a force? This is the Magician. This is a force. I can't make this up. You are a force collective. Two of Pentacles. It came out in reverse. And like I mentioned here, small-minded tactics are a thing of the past for you. Like, this is something, you're on a whole nother level. I mean, hell, you may be speaking different. You might be talking different. You may be acting different here in just a second. They're going to have to get to know you all over again. And that's even if you give them an opportunity to do that. It's just like once upon a time here, you know, people had access to you and they fumbled the situation. Six of Swords. Now you're moving forward. It's Two of Pentacles. They fumbled. Whether this is the job that you're leaving, the relationship, or you just wanting to step it up a notch. But I feel like people know that you have it in you to be able to create it and be successful. You know, all you have to do is reach within and believe in you here. I'm going to leave this reading here. Hit that like and subscribe button for more messages from me. And I'll catch you guys later, okay? Ciao.